So in this video we're going to discover how we can use Google Jamboard to interact with the students and to get a little bit of retrieval practice at the start of a lesson. So let's jump on in. So you begin just simply with your Google homepage and your little waffle at the top and select the Jamboard. Just open it up and you will discover that the Jamboard is really pretty easy to use. Like a lot of the Google things, there's just a plus down at the bottom to add a new one in here. So I'm going to show you how to set this up, really do some retrieval practice with my Year 11 class, where last lesson we finished off by looking at some of the initial aspects of meanders. So meanders, Year 11, retrieval practice, there we go. Now, what I want to do is to give them each a slide. So I'm just going to set up my base slide here and then I'll duplicate it. So I want to know who's working on the slide. So I'll put this in here and they can add their name in beside it. And then I'm going to draw on the meander itself and some of the things that I want them to do with it. Now, this is where you use your little pen tools over here. If you click on here, you can see that you've got different types of pen tools, a pen, a marker, highlighter, and a brush, and some different types of colors. It is pretty limited, but it gives you the basics of what you need to do. So I'm just going to use the pen. Now, I'm going to try to do this using just the mouse to see how this goes. That's not bad, is it? Let's try another one. That's not bad either. But I do have a touchscreen device, so I'm just going to use the touchscreen device to see if that could be better and give me smoother lines just by drawing on like that. And there is my basic meander. That's all I need to do for them. Now I'm going to get them to do a few things with this. The first thing is I want to do see if they remember where the erosion and the deposition takes place. So I can do that by adding on the sticky note. You just click on that for sticky note and erosion. And I keep that at yellow, that's fine. And then I want to do another one for deposition, and I'm just going to change that to the color there of green, and there we go. And you can add more of those if you want. And here's what you can do with your sticky notes. You can move them around, so they should know erosion on the outside of the bend, deposition on the inside of the bend. Of course there are a couple of bends here, so I'll want a couple of sticky notes. I want to duplicate that, so a couple of erosion ones, and I want to duplicate that, so a couple of deposition ones, and there they are just sitting waiting for them. So their task will be move the sticky notes around to where you get your different bits of erosion and deposition taking place. Now, it is possible for me to take this further with them, and that's what I intend to do, because I want them then to be able to mark on where the fastest flow of the water in the river goes. Now for that I'm going to come back to my pen and I'm going to pick the blue color for this, because the key for them, what they should remember from pardon me, from yesterday, is that the fastest flow goes to the outside of the bend. So they should draw a line that looks something like that, and the positioning of that line will allow me to discern the extent to which they've picked that up well. So I want them to draw that on. I'm going to take that off for now because I'll not want them to see that whenever they come into class. And then the other thing that I'll want them to do is to mark on then the change in the shape of the channel as a result of all of that. If you get erosion on the outside of the bend, you're going to have that bend moving back. If you get deposition on the inside of that bend here, you're going to get this bend moving across. All in all, there's a change in what is called the sinuosity of the river. Now I'm going to put that down just at the bottom there. It'll be enough to give them a wee bit of a clue, because that's a new term to them. It's maybe not something that they will have come across before, but I'll be asking them to put down the term that describes how I suppose in the more everyday language, the bendiness of the river increases. You don't really want to say that as a GCSE student. Much more impressive to say the river becomes more sinuous over time. So again, just let me get rid of some of the things that I'll be wanting them to add on cells. So there's S for sinuous, and that's basically it. Now the only other thing that I've got to do is duplicate that, and that's where if you come up here and click on this, your frame bar, and your 3 down arrows, duplicate, your 3 down arrows, duplicate. Now, what I'd really hoped you could do was to select multiple ones and duplicate multiple at the same time. It doesn't appear that you can. You can do that with Google Slides, but you can't do it with Jamboard. Now, I have 28 in this class, so this may well take me quite some time, but you get the idea. It really is as simple as that. And once you're finished, that's your Jamboard ready to share. Just like anything in Google Suite, the share button, I'm going to get them changed. I want the people with the link to be the editor. I'm going to copy the link, and that's me ready to share it with them. And that's us ready to go, and it's as quick and as easy as that to set that up in preparation for your next class.